Good day, subscribers, and welcome to another episode of Momentum Finance. Here in this video, as part of our weekly stock investment challenge, and the goal of growing a portfolio from a mere $5,000 to $250,000, we have another update for you. For those of you who've been following our journey here on Momentum, you know that last time we reported our weekly updates, we were hovering around 17,000, but look at this. We are actually now showing a much larger sum of investments in our account, and this is merely due to the fact that I've finally got the chance to combine my various accounts in Wealthsimple Trade. So not only my non-registered account, but I've also added my tax-free savings account, TFSA, and my registered retirement savings plan, RSP account into this portfolio. So that will be my goal from here onwards, to kind of combine and report in them all together, thanks to this dividend and stock investment tracker by Alpine Dividends. Thank you, Braden, for all your help. I've been actually getting a lot of help from Braden to make sure that this dividend tracker and stock tracker is actually up to date, and he's been extremely helpful and responsive. So I appreciate that. I will definitely leave a link down below if you're interested to check out this tracker and wanted to get a copy of it yourself. Anyway, back to the topic of this video. You can see here our total account balance is currently sitting at $24,755. That's just impressive. And it's showing an overall all-time gain of 41%. For those of you who've been following our account, you know that we've started opening these accounts back in late 2019. So it's about just under 2 years, and it's a very decent return. Our 1-year return last we checked was around 37% as well. So that's quite decent. At the bottom of this tracker on the summary page, you notice that we are showing our dividend income so far in this year, in 2021, all of the dividend income from Wealthsimple Trade accounts. And you notice here that in the months of June so far, we have $21.30. Our highest month in terms of dividend income so far this year has been in the month of February, with $44.62 in dividend income. Okay, so before we take a look at our holdings, why don't we take a closer look at our investments in the various sectors? So you see the largest sector that we are invested in is actually information technology, with just over 47% of our investments, followed by we have healthcare, which account for about 23% of our investments. We also have financials, which accounts for 11% of our investments. Other big categories include consumer discretionary, we have real estate, and of course telecommunications, among some of our other sectors. If we go back and take a look at our holdings, specific holdings here, I'm going to zoom in a bit here just to show it more clearly. You see that our some of our largest holdings include Real Matters. That's a company that we made a video on. We've been heavily investing on it, and it's kind of accounts for about 12.2% of our holdings. And next, we do have some other larger holdings as well, including here we have Royalty Pharma, which accounts for 6.8%. We have Apple, which accounts for 5.3%. These are based on not necessarily the number of shares, but based on actually the value of dollar value invested in these stocks. We also have AbbVie, which accounts for 4.1% of our holdings. And we have Bank of Nova Scotia, accounts for 5.2%. Among some other large holdings, we have XIT, accounts for 4%. And let's take a look at what else we have here. And we have Qualcomm, accounts for 5.4%. We have also actually EAGB, which is one of the ARK Invest ETFs, accounts for 4.1%, and a couple of other ones. As you see, we have a ton of different holdings here. We're going to take a closer look at those, but just wanted to show you some of those visuals here. All right, with that, let us hop on over to our portfolio tab, whereby you can actually see exactly our entire holdings, the current price, as well as our average price, the purchase price that we bought them for, and what's our overall gain or loss. The columns that are actually in green indicate a positive return. You can see the gain or loss in percentage, as well as gain or loss in terms of the dollar value. What's quite interesting here that is also there's a column that shows you for dividend stocks, what is the estimated annual dividend, and that's where you can see that. You also can see the dividend yield and what is the annual and dividend kind of per share that you see here on this column. The column R, the estimated annual dividend, is actually based on the number of holdings that we have, and it calculates your total dividend, expected dividend for that year if you maintain those number of shares. What we've done here is that we've gone back into the records and added back all the dividends that you've earned on any of these stocks since the beginning of opening this account. So this way you can have a quick view of how much dividend income we've had from any of these specific holdings that we have in this portfolio. You'd see here we have 16 shares of Bank of Nova Scotia that is showing a positive return of 20.7%. And next we have Clean Energy, Harvest Clean Energy, with ticker symbol HCLN, and it's showing a negative 2.54%. And of course, a number of other holdings. I'm not going to necessarily go through each and every one of them, but I will highlight a couple ones. For instance, you notice here we have some very positive returns. One is for Royal Bank of Canada, showing a 26.85% return. Toronto-Dominion Bank, another bank, financial sector, you're showing a 25% return. Among some other positive returns, great ones, we have Bristol Myers in healthcare, and it's showing a 28.62% return. And among the companies that have probably one of the highest lifetime dividend income for us include Verizon. We have earned so far $40.65. But look at that, for AbbVie, we've earned $54.24 in dividend income. These are all in Canadian dollars, just for your reference, the dividend incomes that you see here. If we hop on, scroll down, you notice some other holdings that we have here. Look at the return for our True North Commercial REIT, TNT.UN. We have 2 shares, and those are showing a return of 28.25%. You notice here that our portfolio is a mixture of growth and dividend stocks, so we are trying to take advantage of all of those combinations and really grow this portfolio over time to $250,000. Now let's take a look at our last purchases over the span of the past week. We transparently always share with you what we've bought over the span of the last week. So among our purchases, we bought 1 share of Greenlane, ticker symbol GRN, at the price of $1.35. Bought 1 share of ETF for cars, which invests in electric vehicles and related type of companies, at the price of $50.55. Bank of Nova Scotia, we bought 1 share at the price of $79.52. EAGB, we bought 1 at the price of $23.05. XTB, we bought 1 at the price of $29.75. HCLN, we bought 1 at the price of $14.54. VMD, we bought 1 at the price of $9.15. ARK, we bought at one of those shares at the price of $21.29. We bought also a couple of more ETFs, including HCLN, EAFT, EAGB, 1 more HCLN, EARK, and of course we bought 1 more share of GRN at the price of $1.51, 1 at the price of $1.40, and a couple more shares of actually VMD, EARK, and even Pfizer. Let us take a look if we did sell anything over the span of the past 1 week. Let's take a close look here. In terms of our sales, there was nothing actually recently. It was from the week before, so nothing to report here. And in terms of our dividend, if you look at that, what have been our recent dividend? We got $6.03 dividend income from Royalty Pharma. We got 28 cents dividend income from Pizza, and 10 cents from the TNT.UN. We got also 29 cents from Morguard, with ticker symbol MRG.UN, 20 cents from AX.UN. That wraps up our dividend income over the span of the past 1 week. Well, there you have it, folks. A quick look into our dividend and growth stock investment portfolio that we have with Wealthsimple Trade, and we've added all of our accounts, including our personal accounts, RRSP account, and tax-free savings account, bringing the total to a much higher and helping us on our journey and goal of getting to $250,000. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to let me know if you own any of these stocks or ETFs in your portfolio, and which ones are you planning to buy in the week ahead in the stock market. And definitely be sure to leave us a comment and share your perspective with us. I hope you found this video beneficial and you gained something of value from it. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Momentum channel. Here on Momentum, we post weekly various videos about investing, including investing in the stock market, cryptocurrencies, real estate, and of course, focusing on financial freedom. With that, thank you, and we hope to see you next time.